whatever I'm gonna say now has absolutely zero scientific backing. There are no fucking studies to prove it. But I've seen this thing happen so many times in my life that I can say with like 100% absolute certainty, if you just try to grasp and understand the fucking concept behind the thing I'm just about to explain to you, I think you'll at least make like a lot more money. Like, that's the least benefit I can promise you. Because I've just seen it in my life again and again and again. It's not any tactic of outreach or a way of delivering your service, whatever, but it's just a very simple thing, which whenever I do, I just end up making more money. I get a random sale out of nowhere. Like, they say like unexpected ways of making money. You're never expecting money to come from this or from here, and it just finds a way to come to you. Like, it's as if like God really wanted you to have that money. And the idea for this video came because I just saw like a reel from Andrew Tate as well yesterday, and he was saying that when he was broke, like not even when he was rich, he did this exact same thing. And he went from one of the poorest people in fucking London to a place where he's making like a lot of money. His information product like Hustlers University, Real World, that makes him like $10 million a month, which is $120 million a year. And if you have like a 10x multiplier, the company is worth $1.2 billion. There are less than 3,000 billionaires in the world, and his one company is worth like $1.2 billion. Not to forget like his real estate investments and all of that stuff. So the point I'm trying to convey is this shit actually works. And I got the concept of this from a book called The Reality Transurfing. And that book is like, by the way, like Charlie Munger, who was the partner of like Warren, I think, the investor guy, famous investor who's worth like what, 90 billion, $100 billion. So one of like the best fucking investors. So his partner like Charlie Munger, who was again a billionaire, he said like this is the book that converts millionaires into billionaires. And I'm not sure like if he said it or like there was a billionaire, like I remember a pretty famous one, who said this. So this shit absolutely works. And instead of me yapping about it, explaining you like a bunch of theoretical bullshit, let's just take like a real world fucking example which actually happened with me like a couple of days ago. So I moved over to Thailand at the age of 18, and I did not want like I had been warned by a lot of people that I'll have the tendency of falling into the trap of lifestyle inflation. So that's a concept which people like Hamza, a lot of people probably know him. Like, they always used to speak about the concept that as you start making more money, you'll be tempted to upgrade your lifestyle as well. My good friend Shad Khan, a lot of you probably know him as well. He has a company that makes like $30,000 a month, a video editing agency, and he's a pretty successful guy. He taught me a lot, like literally everything I learned about outreach, I kind of did from him. He introduced me to the concept of outreach, of agency, high ticket selling, blah blah blah. Like, he absolutely changed my life. Like a 30-minute call with him, and I remember him telling me on Instagram one day that Somil, till the time you have like 5 CR saved up in the bank, so around like $1 million, like 600,000, $700,000 saved up in your bank account. You should not be really investing a lot into your lifestyle. Like, your lifestyle should consume like less than 10 to 20% of your income. And I kind of made sense. Like, I listened to him obviously because I respect him, because he has helped me a lot, and he was saying it from my best intention at heart. Like, he wanted me to do the best, and everyone was telling me. So when I moved over here to Thailand, I was kind of like on the edge, like kind of anxious, thinking that I don't want to fall into this trap. I don't want to be like those people who like hit a wave of success, like they ride a wave of success and eventually the wave breaks and then they fall off. Like, I did not want to be that guy. I did not want to be that guy who was making like so much of fucking money, then ego got to his head and then he fucking lost everything, and now he's back at like square one, square zero, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you call it square one or square zero. I did not want to be that guy. So when I came here, I was so fucking stingy with my money. I tried to like I had already paid for the Airbnb and the hotel and like the flight tickets and all before I came to this place. But after that, when I came here, when it came to like, let's say, grocery shopping, I would act like a fucking brokey. Like, not joking, like, I'll give a quick example. So there was something known as chicken fillet. I don't know like what exactly is the difference between a chicken fillet and a chicken breast. And there was like a packet of chicken thighs as well. Now I wanted to get the chicken fillet because it was looking pretty nice, but it was like 40 baht and chicken breast was like 38 baht. So like baht is like the currency of Thailand, which is again like pretty cheap. Like what's that, like $1.2 for like 300 grams of chicken? So it's pretty freaking affordable. To save 2 baht, I literally did not get the food which I actually wanted to have. I'm like, I'll just take this thing instead. To save like 2 fucking baht. Then there was like an ATM, and like the ATM said like you can like withdraw baht from your credit card. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll just take it. And the ATM was then like, yeah, you have to pay like a fee of 220 baht if you actually want to withdraw the money. And I was like, bro, this is absolutely like freaking bollocks. So 220 baht is around, let's say, like $10. I don't know the exact math, but yeah, close to like $10. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing like so fucking stingy? Like now that I'm looking back at it, but I did not withdraw the baht. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just fucking use my card. And in places where they don't accept like cards, because a lot of restaurants over here they don't accept cards, especially if you're not going to a very well-to-do restaurant. So if you're in like Bangkok or something and you're going to a big supermarket like 7-Eleven or something, they accept the credit cards and the debit cards. But yeah, if you go to a place which is like not a fucking 5-star hotel, like they don't accept cards. So like let's say there's a small kebab shop, like there's a very good kebab shop, bro, and he sells kebabs for so fucking cheap, like 60 baht, and it's like a massive fucking kebab. And yeah, so he basically does not accept that like cards and shit. So I literally did not even like withdraw like the cash, because I'm like, bro, I don't have to let this lifestyle inflation thing catch up to me. I have to save the money. And like I genuinely struggled to make money for like 2 to 3 days. The first 3 days I was here, I think I made like zero fucking dollars. And is it any surprise I was acting like a stingy fucking loser? The third day I was I was genuinely pissed off, thinking like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? I came here to make more money. I came here to live the life of my dreams. And before coming here, I told myself one thing, like, if in the first month you do nothing but fucking lose money, you like spend all your savings, whatever. I don't fucking care. Firstly, I don't think so. It's actually even possible to spend all your savings in like a month, because I came with a bunch of savings, to be honest. And yeah, so I was like, bro, even if you don't make like a single dollar over here, it's absolutely fucking fine. Because I gave myself the leeway because I was scared to come here. And I said, bro, like, you work fucking hard for a year of your life. Like, you dedicated your life, like, 1 year to your business. Like, I skipped college to focus full time. So when my friends were having like fun in college fests and parties, and they were fucking dancing, having the time of their life in these concerts, whatever, like, I was fucking working on my business. I was waking up at like 2:30 at the night to fucking take a call in UK because of the time zone difference. So understand this thing, like, basically I sacrificed a lot. Basically, like, I gave up a lot of shit for this business to work. So I gave myself the leeway, like, take it as a fucking gift from my side. Like, even if you do fuck all, like, it's absolutely fine. But anyways, so like 3 days have passed. I've not made money. I'm not even enjoyed my life here because I'm in like a very scarcity mode. I'm fucking glued to my screen with fucking anxiety, like trying to think, how exactly am I supposed to get my next sale? Should I do that thing? Should I do this thing? Like, why the fuck am I not able to work? Then the anxiety would become so fucking enormous. Like, it would get to a point where I was like, bro, holy fucking shit. Like, is it even possible? And that anxiety would keep on rising, so I cannot even do the work. And because I'm not doing the work, because I cannot do the work, my anxiety is increasing more and more and more, which means there's the lesser chance that I actually do the work which actually gets me the life I fucking want. And can you now see how it's like a self-fulfilling, like, downward fucking cycle? Like, I hope it's kind of making sense. So yeah, anyways, like, all of this shit starts to happen. Like, keep on fucking falling into the traps and shit of this thing. And I just had a realization one day. I asked myself a question, like, one random night. It was, I think, like 8:30 in the night. I just spoke to my mother for like 10 minutes on like a video call on WhatsApp. And I said, bro, Somil, the version of you that actually makes a lot of money, would he be living like the fucking way you're living? And I was like, fuck no. And that day I had not eaten any food since like 3 in the afternoon. And it was like 8:30, I guess, 8:39 in the night. And I was hungry. I did not want to cook. So what actually happened the previous day was I was like, no, bro, like I don't think I told the story. So when I came here, I had a, so like I left India on 22nd. I had a connecting flight at like 7 p.m. on 22nd of April to Hyderabad, which is a city in India, because there was no direct flight from the place I live to like the Phuket airport in Thailand. So I leave there, and on so I land in like Hyderabad at around 9 p.m. And after like the baggage collection and everything, like basically like random shit, like waiting for the plane to unload whatever, like connect to the, like basically you understand, right? Like once everyone had left, so I reached the place where international transfers take place at around 9:30, 9:45 p.m. And what happened was immigration won't allow you to go, so I had like a massive layover. My flight was at 6 the next day. So I've done everything at like 9:30 p.m. and the next flight to Phuket actually starts at 6. So I go to the immigration counter and the immigration guy tells me that you cannot like do your immigration right now. You have to wait till at least 2:30 or like 3 a.m. in the morning. So I'm out here like fucking stuck from like 9 to 3 in the night. And I've not eaten any food since a very long period of time. Like the last meal I had was at around what, like 3 p.m. or like 2:30 p.m. the previous day. So I had the plan that I'll land in Hyderabad and I'll go to a fucking lounge or like a restaurant or a hotel in the airport. So I'm hungry as fuck, and then I finally like leave. I just go to sleep and I wake up at 2:30 a.m. I get my check-in done, everything. Like I go to the immigration counter, security check everything, and then I go to a lounge, like the lounges you get with your credit card. The food over there was absolutely fine. Like it was pretty good. I had some food, and like yeah, so around 4 a.m. in the morning of 23rd April, I had my first meal, like my last meal, sorry. And then I went to Thailand. I did not have anything for the first because there were no groceries, and I was too fucking lazy to go out and get groceries because yeah, I just reached a bit late. Then I immediately got to work. Then I left for the supermarket at around 8 in the night, and like it was kind of close, not really close, but the place where I wanted to get the food from, it was close. So yeah, like basically I did not have food for like around like 36 hours. So like 36 hours I've been fucking starving. And then I have like my first meal, like just some eggs and shit. And after that I've not had any food. So in a span of like 3 days, I've had a total of let's say like 500 calories. I was fucking starving. And I was like, bro, fucking hell, man. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, trying to starve myself. Like, what the fuck am I going to do with this money? Like, when I fucking die, like, I'm not going to take it above with me. Like, this shit is not going to happen. Like, like, even if I run out of money, I can just make more fucking money. Even if my lifestyle inflation fucking catches up to me, I just fucking learn a lesson that do not do this. And I'm 80, like, I can fail like 100 different times. And by the time I'm 30, I'll be fucking good to go. Even if I fail like 100 things, if I fail for a decade straight, I'll still be in a good position. I mean, like, 28-year-old millionaires and multi-millionaires, it's still a pretty rare thing. Just because Instagram showed you, like, everyone has to be a fucking millionaire at 80. Like, the average millionaire is 57 years old. Let that fucking shit sink in. Like, another thing you need to realize, like, being a millionaire is not average. And firstly, becoming a millionaire is an extraordinary thing. But that too, the average guy who attains that status is 57 years old. Not 18 years old, not 16 years old. Because Instagram only pushes the content of extraordinary people, because ordinary people don't create fucking content on Instagram. Like, ordinary people don't create fucking videos on YouTube. And that's why you're thinking, like I just got stuck in that haze thinking, like, bro, I'm fucking falling off, I'm falling behind, whatever. And I'm not, like, telling you, like, yeah, you should be a fucking loser. I think, like, yeah, sure, like, the average millionaire is, like, 57 years old, but I don't think so. I want to attain that status at that age, because what the fuck am I going to do with that? So, I'm overly ambitious. I still want to achieve, like, success, young, fast, quick, whatever. But yeah, I just, like, gave myself a reality check. And there's a restaurant near my house. And, bro, like, I think the waitress over there, I spoke to her like 1 to 2 times before actually going into the restaurant, because she was fucking cute and I just needed a fucking excuse to speak to her. So I went to the restaurant and I asked her, like, what time does the shit close? And she was like so nice. Like, how can I even say it? Like, she was absolutely fucking gorgeous. Like, one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen. And she was like so nice and courteous. Like you can just tell by the body language, like someone is a genuinely kind human being, like a genuinely nice soul. So I go to that restaurant, I like go up to her mother and I ask her mother to make me like a meal, like chicken and some meat. Sorry, what am I saying? Like rice and some meat, not chicken and some meat. Yeah. And then she comes along, her mother is also sitting next to me, and there's like her mother has a smaller daughter as well. So she also comes along, and all three of us are talking. Like I'm speaking to her mother, asking her to teach me Thai. She's teaching my some Thai words like Sawari ku, Sawari kap. So like I think it's called hello. I'm not sure, like don't come at me for not speaking the correct Thai. And then she's like laughing as well. We're all having like a nice fucking time. Then like everything is over, whatever, like I pay the, well, whatever, it was not even expensive. Like she just charged me like what, 120 baht for something like that. And yeah, so long story short, I had such a heart filling moment that time. Like I had so much of fun. That entire interaction of 20-30 minutes, like it was one of the most fun things in the world. Like having fun with that. So then like another couple from Australia or the UK, something, like I don't know what accent they were speaking, but they spoke good English, so they must be from like Australia or the UK. So they also come along. So like the guy and his wife, like they're also happily speaking with us. So I was speaking to the waitress and her mother, right? So they also joined in the conversation, and we just had a nice fucking time. Like everyone speaking to each other, everyone being fucking happy, joyful, joyous, everything. And after that, I'm like, bro, even if I lose my money, like it's worth it. It's worth having these experiences. At that day, I made a fucking vow, I won't be fucking stingy. And from that moment, like the next day, I made money. The next day, I made even more money. The next day, I made even more money. The next day, I made money as well. And my bank account grew and grew and grew from that moment onwards. And there's no scientific backing behind me just going to a fucking restaurant or whatever and seeing an increase in my revenue. But that's exactly what happened. And if I had to attribute, like pinpoint a fucking reason, like why exactly did this happen, I think it's because of like another, like that's exactly what the book said, like thought energy. When you take the actions of a stingy fucking loser, a fucking miser person, you're basically giving off energy into the universe that you exist in a lifeline, in a timeline where there is scarcity. And when you act in a way which is in line with the lifeline of scarcity, when you act like there is a lot of scarcity in the world, you fucking attract scarcity in the world. Your thought energy, like you're thinking fucking negative thoughts every day. You're thinking like money is a scarce resource, you're gonna lose everything. And you attract what you are. Your thought energy, it's fucking powerful. Like read that book, that'll scare the shit out of you. You'll fucking realize like holy shit, like the harmless thoughts you have, like the thoughts you have, like you don't think much about them and you think like it's fine, like it's not that big of a deal. Read that book, that will scare the living shit out of you. And like every single guy who actually has a life worth striving for, the people who actually get the things which they want effortlessly without fighting against the world for them, people like Jack Hopkins, they'll all tell you this exact thing. They tell you like the thought energy is one of the most fucking powerful things you can do in the world. And when you give off that like vibration of, like what do you call it, like the vibration of abundance, you attract abundance. Because like let's say you have a frequency, if you tune it to the correct channel, like if your frequency is correct, beautiful melodious songs will play on the radio. But if you set the wrong frequency on the receiver, on the transmitter, on the radio box, you'll hear fucking noise. A terrible fucking garbage music as if Taylor Swift is singing, like, whatever, anyways. Like, damn, bro, like, if a girl is watching this, like, she'll be fucking mad at me for saying this. Like, yeah, that's basically the point. Whenever I acted like a stingy fucking miser loser, not wanting to spend my money, like, trying to save my money, like, I never made more money. But the moments where I was spending the most money, I was not even thinking about it, whatever. I'm like, bro, like, it's fine. Like, even if I spend my money, like I'm giving it to someone. And I felt good, like even if I gave like all my money away to like someone in Thailand, like I spent it all on like restaurants, whatever. Obviously if you're doing like stupid shit like paying prostitutes or something, I don't think so that's a smart thing to do. But if you're like generally supporting local businesses like restaurants and like, yeah, like basically restaurants, like what are the local businesses over here, like grocery stores and everything, you're just helping like other people. And just consider it as charity. So even if you lose the money, I just told myself, yeah, it's like fucking charity. I'm giving away to charity. And I've always seen like the people who make the most amount of money, they don't even fucking think twice about investing in something which is actually good. For example, like Shad, like I started working with him, like Shad, the exact guy, and he's like, bro, like get me some appointments, I'll pay you for the appointments. And the moment I got like gave him the appointments and everything, in like 3 fucking minutes, he fucking paid the invoice. And it's not like he's rich and that's why he paid the invoice. It's like he pays the invoice on time. He's not a fucking miser around money. And that's why he's rich. So we all think like, yeah, when we're gonna be rich, we're gonna do this thing. That's not how it fucking works, at least based on what I've noticed. It's like you do the things which rich people do and then you become rich. Like, I think I've told the story. So I remember like I went to a restaurant when I made like my first fucking money. So it was around like $15. I got a sale of $15, and actually I lost money on this because I refunded the guy because I did not like the product I sold. So my first sale was $15 approx on like 4th of February 2024, and I took my friends out to a fucking restaurant, and it was like in India. So India, it's pretty cheap. Like $15 can get you some decent food, and I had some like savings as well. So I took my own money as well, whatever. And yeah, we go to the restaurant. There's like a gorgeous fucking Nepalese server over there. So like a girl from Nepal, and we ordered the food. It was absolutely fucking delicious, like so fucking good. And I remember the bill was around like something around like 1100 rupees, which is like like I made like 1299 rupees, which is around $15. So like my own local currency, and the bill was around like 1100 rupees or something. And I just tipped her like 200 or like 100 rupees. Not because I had some ulterior motives, not because I was thinking like, yeah, if I pay her like $100, she's gonna sleep with me or something. But I genuinely thought like, what would the millionaire version of Somil do? He's gonna spend like his money, like the money he makes, and tip people, because that genuinely puts out abundance in the world. Because the more you give, the more you get. Like, yeah, that's what I've noticed and observed. And like another thing I've noticed, like my mother, like I'm still a bit hesitant before giving to charity, whatever. My mother would give away to charity. So she has like a spiritual teacher, like she like I don't even know like how to explain it. So basically understand like she's into spirituality, and her master is a person like he's no longer in this world anymore, but there's a thing known as pranic healing, and there's a teacher called Master Cho Kuk Sui, something like that. And he basically started this practice, and he has his own trust fund and his own charity as well. And I just see my mother like donate so much of money to the charity. And like it like how do I even explain it? Like we think that giving away the money to charity will make her broke, whatever. But out of nowhere, like I've never seen a person who actually donates to charity ever run out of money. Like I've never seen it. Even though she's not an entrepreneur, she's not doing business or something. Like I don't know. She has like a very open heart. She gives generously. She always pays people on time. Go. I remember like she posts some content on Instagram as well, and she got like a brand deal, a brand collaboration, and she found an agency for editing videos, and she was actually paying like double the amount of what a normal person actually makes from editing like a reel on Instagram, especially in like the Indian market. But then she was like, yeah, it's like an agency, like the guy has to pay the editors as well, and the guy has to keep some profit for himself as well. So I'll just pay the extra money. And it was such a subtle thing, but I noticed like, bro, she's like, I'm not joking, like she's the happiest person I've ever seen in this world. Like she'll be eating a meal and she'll have a smile on her face. Like, you know, like how both me and you, we fucking eat our meals. Like we're like eating a meal is like a fucking brain dead ADHD zombie. Like we're watching content, trying to make it work, like fucking grind and shit. Like she'll sit there, have a simple meal, and have the biggest smile on her face. She'll wake up in the morning and just enjoy the beautiful things, like looking at the birds chirping and just stare at the sun. And I genuinely admire her. Like she's the happiest person I've ever seen in this world. And is it any surprise she gives away lavishly? Like actually more than what people like. There are people who make like 10 to 50 times more than her, more than what she makes in a month. And they're fucking stingy miser people, bro. Stingy fucking losers. And she gives up without thinking. She's like, bro, like it'll come back, whatever. She doesn't even give a shit about it. And these people, whoever like gives away abundantly, like they never seem to run out of money. They always seem to find ways to get more out of the universe. Unexpected opportunities. And that's the same I've noticed. Whenever I give away money freely, whenever I'm not stingy around money, I make more of it. But whenever I'm like fucking thinking like, how the fuck can I make more money? I want to save. I want to just get a fucking big as fuck bank balance, whatever. My bank balance actually goes down. Like, bro, holy shit, man. I'll give you a quick more example. There are people who make like 10 times more than me. Not 10 exactly, but like 8 to 9 times more than me. Like, it's an actual person. And they're always late in paying the invoice. Like, I remember, like, he's an exact client of mine. That's why I can say, like, he's like, bro, can you give me like 4 days more time? I want some time to pay the invoice. He makes like 8 times more than me. 4 to 5 days more. Can you please give it to me? And I'm like, bro, I was paying so much more for, like, I never ever fucking had late payments to my vendors. Even though I had no money, even though I was like, let's say, investing 50 to 60% of what I was making every month into something, I never paid my vendors late. The invoice for which I was asking him was like 1% of his income. And he wanted more time. But I was over here at like spending like 50 to 60% of my paycheck onto something and being like, yeah, boom, done. When I spoke to Shad, I paid him money for his software as well. I did not even think twice about it ever. And this is not common in India. People don't pay like hundreds of dollars in India. Like, there are softwares which I pay like hundreds of dollars every single month to, and they ask me like, bro, are you from India? I speak to the team. I once spoke to the co-founder of the software as well. And he's like, bro, like Indians don't pay that much actually. When they figured out that I'm like 18, 19 years old, like they were genuinely impressed. They did not understand like how people do it. And there are people who are making more than me. Like these fucking, let's say, jewelry stores, these fucking banyas who sell like sarees in Delhi or something. Like it's like a business tribe in India. And yeah, they make a lot of money. Like I have a lot of Gujarati friends who make a lot of money as well. Like I had a friend who was making like $3,000 to $4,000 a month when he was in school, like 11th, 12th grade. And they were always fucking misers. They would fight for like $5. And I never understood why. One thing about me, like, maybe I got this from my dad. My dad always used to say, I was always a rich man. Even when I had like $100 in my bank account, like, this is the exact words of my dad. So, when I was born, my dad, remember, he was in the military. So, he came to a course, like a course in the military to become like a better soldier, whatever. So, Indian Army has courses as well. And he remember saying that you were about to be born, or I was born, I'm not sure. Either I was conceived or I was born. I was probably born as well. And he remembered he had like $100 in his bank account. And he said, like, even though I had just $100, he never felt poor. My dad is the most generous guy. Like, there are people who make like, again, like 7 to 8 times more than him. And they're so fucking stingy around money. So, may God bless both my parents. Like, they taught me to have a big heart. My dad always had like a saying, like, दिल बड़ा रखो बिल तो हमेशा बड़ा आता ही है. Like expenses and bills, they're always going to be massive. So at least have a big open heart. And he just used to say it like laughingly, but holy shit, man, that guy is a legend. He spent openly with an open heart. He was not careless around money, but at the same time, he was not stingy. He would tip heavily the people, like, let's say we go into a hotel, he would tip the waiter, the waitresses, the servers, he would tip the guy who parked the car, everyone. And people making more than him won't ever do this. They think it's like a waste of time. And they like, holy shit, man, he's a legend. And may God bless everyone. Like, may God, like, thank you, God, for giving me such good parents. But being stingy and being a fucking miser, it won't get you anywhere in life. And one thing about me is I never had that attitude. Because I just always thought, bro, like, if I want to become a millionaire, I can't be acting like this. I have a dream of selling my company for at least $100 million, bro. Centimillionaires don't fucking think like that. Like, they're not fucking stingy miser pieces of shits. And even if they are, I don't want to be that. I don't want to live like that. I want to live with an open heart. I want to give to the world with an open heart. And I genuinely want to like make other people happy. Because even if I spend like an idiot and it takes me like 2 extra years to get to the end destination, but I had genuine fun and enjoyment in this life. Like 2 years is like after, like I'm assuming you're like 18, 20 years old. 2 years equates to 4% of your life. Do you think it's not worth having 4% of your life go in bliss if you actually had to just spend a couple more dollars? I think it's absolutely worth it. So the main point of this video, like the main thing I wanted to convey was the people who spend like fucking misers, people who are stingy as fuck and they're tight around money. I don't think so like they ever get anywhere great in life. And if you think I'm wrong, what do fucking laborers do? What do the fucking like the people in the poorest rings of society do? Be stingy around money. And like you want to be like them. You take the actions of people who were like, if you act like a fat person, you become a fat person. What does a fat person do? He eats in a calorific surplus. He eats more and moves less. And if you do those actions, you end up like a fat person. And if you do the actions of fucking poor people, you end up as a fucking poor person. And it's not like people became rich and that's when they started tipping, that's when they started spending lavishly. They started spending lavishly, like not lavishly in a way of wasting money buying unnecessary stupid luxuries, but not being stingy around money. They did that and that's why they became rich. For example, like Tristan was sharing a story, like Tristan did, that he had 61,000 pounds in his bank account and he bought like a supercar for 60,000 pounds. Like, he did that before he was rich, buying supercars. It's not that he bought supercars because he's rich. He bought supercars, like not actually buying supercars, but he spent money in a way where, like, he spent money lavishly. He spent money in a way thinking that even if I spend this money, I have complete and utter faith in my abilities to make the money back. So I'm gonna spend it. And because he had that firm conviction and belief in himself and he acted with abundance, the universe gave it to him. For example, like before I moved to Thailand, like a lot of people were asking me like, what if you lose your money, whatever. I told this one answer to a friend. I was like walking with him in the evening. Like I played some basketball and then I did some sparring and then I was like on a walk with him. And I remember saying this and I was genuinely impressed by my answer. I said, bro, if I lose all the money I've made, two things can happen. Either I don't make it back. So I have the money, I lose it, and I don't make it back. But if that happens, that means I didn't deserve the money in the first place. Because I know that if I'm fat right now, like let's say I become fat again, I add like 30 kgs to my body weight. I know I can lose it with the exact things I have because I've lost the weight. Like if I was 5 years ago, I did not know how to lose weight. So I would have ended up being fat. But now, because I lost weight like 3 years ago, I lost 20 kgs in 3 months, I know how to do it. So even if I became fat again, I know in like 3 to 6 months, I'll fucking lose the weight again. Because I know how to eat in a calorific deficit, how to exercise, how much cardio to do, like how to lift weights in the gym. I know that. So even if I lose the money, two things can happen. Either I make it back because I already have the skills. Or the next thing is I don't make it back. But if that happens, that means I did not know how to make money in the first place. I did not have the skill in the first place and it was fucking luck. And actually God did me a favor by helping me realize I did not actually have the skill. God did me a favor by helping me like unveil the curtains in front of my eyes and showing me that I actually needed to upskill myself. So both are win-win scenarios. I lose the money, I make it back because I have the skills. I lose the money, I don't make it back, I realize I don't have the skills. And it's better I realize this now than 20 years later. Like, if success is built on luck, like, that's a very fragile situation to be in. Because if I lose it by mistake, whatever happens, I don't deserve it, so I can't make it back. And it's way worse being broke at like 42 years old compared to like 18, 19 years old. And that's a pretty good motto for life. If I lose something, like if I'm not able to make the money back I'm spending, either like if I spend a lot of money and I'm not able to make it back, I didn't have the skills in the first place. So I can learn the skills, I have awareness. But if I'm able to make it back, that means I have the skills. So I'll never go broke again. I'll never die hungry. And hope this kind of like cemented the point in your brain. Hope this kind of freaking made sense. That's it, man. I hope you have a lovely or some fantastic day ahead. Hope this made sense. If anything did not make sense, just drop it in the comments. Lot of cool shit in the description. Bye. Check it out.